Greetings from the Erie Coast. I am perplexed. I want to put runes on my spear. So this is what I got right now. I just drew it on there. Soon I'm going to carve it in there. But I'm at odds. I really am. That's the thing about Old Norse, especially younger Futhark. I'll show you what I mean. So, this is younger Futhark. This is what I'm drawing. It's called Gungnir. Gungnir. That is the name of Odin's spear. So, but there's so many ways to write it. So this is younger Futhark, and this is a K, Kau. Cungnir. So at the 11th century, since there's no G in Futhark, obviously the name Futhark, that's where it comes from, they put a dot in the K to signify a G. So all I have to do is to put a dot to make Gungnir. Now that's younger Futhark. Now older Futhark, which is right here, there was actually a letter for G, which is X. Then NG had its own letter, NG. N-I-R, Gungnir. But there's also an older symbol, which took the G and the ing and made them together. Gungnir. If you know Odin's spear, it was a great weapon. You could throw it, and the way it's translated is that it's never impeded in its thrust. Some say that it's that when you throw it never misses its mark. Kind of. I find it very interesting that gun is in there. And of course the symbol for an elder Futhark is the G and NG. Kind of looks similar, doesn't it? Crosshair like. It just, I don't know. It kind of leads me to believe that maybe Odin had a gun or a crossbow with a scope on it. I don't know. One can only speculate, right? So I don't know if I want to go Elder Futhark. Gungnir is a very old word, but it could have been something else. We know that G and NG, ing, together made that. This spelled out could or could not be in Elder Futhark, could or could not be the word Gungnir. Because very many things change from Elder Futhark to younger Futhark. A lot of things changed. Odin's original name was Rodanas, but they dropped the R and they dropped the Z, and he became known as Odin. And that's Odin right there. Othin. Now I'm going to put that on there too. Odin o Yadir Allah. That was a Odin owns you all. That was a basically a war cry. Another one which I don't know about. Was kind of that one was said. You took a the story is that Odin gave a reed, yes, a reed that he found, and gave it and told this guy to throw it over his enemies and scream, Odin o Yadir Allah. Odin owns you all, and you will win the battle. Basically, you are sacrificing the enemy to Odin. There was another saying, "Nugef thik Odini," which meant "Now I give you to Odin." But I think that was used when you hanged somebody, from what I understand. But I don't really understand. So that's the thing is we really don't know much. But I really do like that for Gungnir. The dots were kind of that they were 11th century. But this could be, translated as Gungnir. So just that's a K. That's supposed to be a K, a cow. Cow. But to make it a G, that's the thing about the younger Futhark is there wasn't a lot of letters. So it was kind of in context what you said, how you said it. So I don't know. I really do like that. I'm definitely putting that on there. So I hope this works. So yeah, going with that. I've just made basically magic marker, and then I go in and carve it out. Keeping it right there. And of course on this side. And on the blade, which I'm going to do, you notice how black it is. Oh, it just turned out great. Black blade. I'm going to take white vinegar and a toothpick and write the runes on the blade, and it will be literally etched. It'll take off the bluing, is the idea, and reveal the blade, the blade color underneath. That's the idea anyway. So wish me luck. Oh yeah, and there's Americans still trapped in Afghanistan. Yeah. What the hell? Really? So I don't know. Yeah, they're still trapped in Afghanistan. In any attempts that are made by anyone, I was going to say it, the United States is absolutely trying to thwart them, to hinder them, to stop them from doing such. Because you think about it, they'll have quite the story to tell when they come back. And as we know, that this regime is all about saving face. And they've only been in power for not even a year. So many changes, right? So many changes. And we all know what's coming. We all know. Yes. We all know. But they don't. That's the thing. They think they have some kind of roadmap to success. Ever since T-Man was denied second term, we know what's going on. We know the gig is up. It's not ours anymore. It's somebody else in charge, and That's just the way it is. So, I hear you, Charity. And they've already said that, yeah, they're going to take our food. They're going to make it harder for us to get food. Which, you know, we're a very crafty lot, aren't we? So we're going to find food. And not only that, is people with food are going to be able to provide food. They're going to be able to provide food. Hey, Charity. No, I just gave her a treat. I just gave her a treat. Right? No. I said no. Okay. You gotta show off for me, okay? All right, come here. Come here. You know, things are about to get medieval, but not what I mean. See, in medieval times, you had to grow your own food. You had to slaughter your own pigs, slaughter your own cows, slaughter your own chickens, go hunting. And there was a marketplace. And you always knew someone in the area that he had pigs. Well, this guy's got pigs. Hey, can I buy a pig? Sure. There's all kinds of folks like that around here. Everywhere you go, there's cows and pigs and chickens, and you know, there's farms. Here in the great state of Ohio, there's a lot of farms. And you know, the way that they've been sabotaging our food supply, you know, there's a saboteur amongst us, spy versus spy, black versus white, that kind of thing. You know, it's through nefarious means. We were so propped up on imports, a lot of imports, and we see there is somewhat of a shortage, but is it really? Is it really? I propose that there's no shortage. It's just somebody's buying it all up. So, you know, that's pretty nefarious, actually, and we've seen that throughout history as well. That's happened. Corn and wheat, grain. Certain countries in the Middle East back in the BC times would who used the Nile, they would, if they had a beef with a certain nation to the south of them, they would buy up all the grain, all everything, just buy it all up, and then sit on theirs. You know, for a long ass fucking time. And then, of course, they refused to sell theirs, forcing the other nation to starve and be enslaved, come to terms, parlay. But, you know, we have a vast country here, and it is also vast in resources. One of which is cattle, beef and pork and poultry. So, just like with the bullets, you know, that shortage came about. They always say we ran out of people we don't have enough people to work. No, somebody bought it all up. They even told us that they bought it all up. There's a series of underground bunkers full of millions upon millions of boxes of ammo, crates of ammo, pallets of ammo. I'd love to know where that is, huh? So that's the thing, is we're being out prepped. You've got this mad prepper. You've got a series of mad preppers that are prepping their ass off. They are grabbing everything in sight that they can. It's a feeding frenzy. And when they've got enough, when they've met their goal, then let the games begin. Let the Hunger Games begin. He offered up his tribute. May the odds be in your favor. Sorry, I'm not a gambling man. I bet on sure things. And I'm sure of one thing, is that we are very resourceful. Very resourceful. So, I don't think they thought this through. I don't think they thought this through. I have stringettes. What am I do with stringettes? I can market them. They want to create a chaos, and they're using order to do it. They're using a orderly. They're doing chaos in an orderly fashion. Those who master chaos, those who bring order to chaos, master it and come out the other end. But creating the chaos, wow, that's a symphony, isn't it? But they just don't realize how resourceful. And I'm not talking about just us. I'm talking about the world. Most of the world doesn't live like us. There's a lot of people that don't have power. Never had power. Power? What's that? Okay. There's Aborigines in Australia that are in the bush that they stay in the bush. They rarely come out. Although I have heard some very disturbing stories where they surrounded a tribe. The army, the Australian army, surrounded a tribe. They might still be surrounding them, and basically siege warfare, just surrounded and made sure that no food or water got in, so that so they would take take their medicine, all they have to do is just one by one, people are actually surrendering and going to the line, and they fill a prick and they leave, probably given some food or water. Pure speculation on my part, but that would make sense. Do what we say and we'll give you what you want. We'll give you what you need, what we think you need. So, make no mistake about it. We're this is nothing new. This is nothing new. Nothing new at all. If anything, this is a more watered down version of what has happened in the past with our ancestors. So this is nothing. The only thing that is somewhat, somewhat historically in the making is that it's worldwide. But there's been worldwide regimes in the past. The Roman Empire, the Spanish Armadas, the Crown. I mean, you know, there's been the Mongolians, goddamn Mongolians. They were the biggest and the longest. So, you know, yeah. And of course there were smaller ones, and of course there was the Viking Age. But that was more in your face kind of deal. So I found this little knife, piece of crap. But I remember messing with these things. Ah, yes. Death drop, you know. Oh. Yeah. You gotta do it just right. Oh. There you go. Oh. Yeah. It's totally impractical. I'm gonna cut you now. That's how you use it. Cheap stuff. But hey, who knows? Maybe that's all you get. Maybe that's all you get. And this whole regime change, this power and authority and control, you know, it's from the top down. And just like you know, all the alphabet soups, they're on board with it. You know, what oath? You know, I state your name. Do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And then it goes on to talk about how you obey all commands from your superiors and the president, and or whatever. There's a different oath for officers, but it basically says the same thing. But they're allowed to question those things. So I was thinking maybe Lieutenant Colonel Schilling could, use that in his defense, but I doubt it. They're gonna throw the book at that guy. Yeah. So this is nothing new. It's new for us. We're only 245, 246 years old as a nation. So, oh, this is serious. So, I'm just going to leave it here. What do you think? What do you think I should do? As far as the runes wise, should I go with this one? This one? Or the dotted K? Or should I throw some Elder Futhark in there? I really don't know if that's true or not, because Gungnir could have been Gungnirnas or something. We don't. That's the problem with using Elder Futhark, is it's a dead language that nobody knows how to speak. Odin's name was Rodanas. Tyr's name was Tiowas. They like to use a lot of Z's, but everything got dropped and moved on. It's the whole evolution of language. Just like this is our evolution, a milestone evolutionary point. So let's hope that we cross that milestone relatively unscathed. We have the blueprints. We know what to do. But I do have hopes that the evolution of humankind is not the new sandwich order, is not the ministry, is not transhumanism and all that craziness. But it's possible. it's possible there could be a Ghost in the Shell. You know, it's possible that Blade Runner, all those sci-fi movies, maybe they're possible. But I would venture to believe that freedom and enlightenment will always have a place in the future, at any cost. So, and history proves that time and time again. So, I'm going to tend to Charity's needs here, and well, maybe she needs to go out. Who knows? We've already been out once. So, this has been Mad Shad. Encouraging you all to continue to train, continue to prep, because we all know it's a mad, mad world out there.